What's going on, everyone? This is Eric Martinez. I will be giving you the recap for week 17. Hard to believe it's been a month into this prep. So, this is Monday, our heavy upper body day. We have Chris doing some rack chins, going for about 5 to 8 rep range, 3 sets. Next, we're still working on using these Olympic rings, so we're just doing some pull-ups with these. I mean, it just feels really, really good on our elbows and our shoulders, so, we just really like these as opposed to regular pull-up ones. So here is our heavy lower body day, and I started off with doing some squats. I was just going for about 330 on this for 5 to 6 reps, so I think I will be doing a deload next week. Just the fact that I can just tell that my lower body feels really, really shot out, and it just feels like I'm just taking a beating every week. But nonetheless, I'm going deep on these and just, I'm pushing it no matter what. Next here we have Chris working on his squats. He's going for a 405 on this one, so I think he was going for 2 to 3 reps on this one. Not too shabby, not too shabby. So next up, just doing some accessory work with just some lying hamstring curls. And then up next was a Wednesday. This is our HIIT cardio day. So as you can see, I'm doing the mock HIIT cardio protocol where I'm going 5 seconds starting, and then I'm revving it up, the interval level, to about a 16, and I'm going all out for 20 seconds. And currently I'm doing 6 intervals total, but as you can see, it looks like I'm going to break the machine, but I just can't help it. That's just, I'm going just all out. That's my intensity level. And here's Chris doing it on the actual different recumbent bike. As you can see, just the intensity level is just, at its highest. This is how you got to go all out on these HIIT intervals. Next up was more of our lighter day on back and shoulders and chest. So right here we're just still doing a different variation of an inverted row and rack chins with the Olympic rings. This one's just really, really hitting home for us. We really, really like this workout, how it feels. So no complaints on this one. Up next, we were doing some close grip lat pull downs. Just staying in that rep range of 8 to 10 reps, since more of a hypertrophy day for us. So just going all the way down with it. And up next, we're doing some face pulls. Just hitting those rhomboid muscles, the rear delts. But the way I'm doing it right now is I'm doing it off of a lat pull down machine, and as you can see, it just feels really, really good, just on the rhomboid muscles and the rear delts. And little trick to this one is, if you're going to do it on this, squeeze one of your glutes, so then it just takes some pressure off your erector spinae, lumbar spine area. So up next, I'm just doing some barbell shrugs, just kind of this towards the end of my workout on my hypertrophy day. And then I actually superset it with some rear delt cable flies on a cable pulley machine. I really, really like this workout as well. As you can see, it's just you're getting full scapular retraction, hitting that rhomboid area, all that good stuff. Up next, this was our Friday leg day, more of a hypertrophy day as well. So we were just kind of working a little bit with some resistance bands. So I figured, why not try it on the leg press machine? And to be honest, it took a little creativity to set up, but nonetheless, it was pretty awesome. Just the resistance, and yeah, it was overall just a success on that workout. And then up next, we have Chris just doing some actual regular squats with the resistance bands. I think he was just staying in the rep range of maybe 5 to 8 on these ones. But if you haven't tried resistance bands, we definitely recommend that you guys invest in a pair of those. It's just a great way to build strength, a great way to build speed, power. It's just awesome. It's just a different technique, and it just feels a lot different as opposed just to a conventional weight on your back. So definitely give those a try if you have access to them. And then to wrap it up on our leg day, we're just doing some occluded training, just occluded leg extensions. Right here, I was just pretty much just doing about 50% of my 1 rep max, and that was it. And then right here is just an example of our post-workout meal. We have like a raisin muffin with some apples, some low-calorie chocolate syrup, and a protein shake. And that's pretty much it. So that wraps it up for week 17. On this version, we have an actual vlog that's going to be coming up right after this, and we're going to be doing this once a month through our prep. So enjoy and thank you. Started that we're going to be doing some sort of wrap up on each 4th week of the prep series we're doing, right? So a vlog of how the 4 weeks went. So right now we're 16 weeks out, starting Monday. So it's been 4 weeks we've been in this contest prep. So we just kind of want to wrap it up and make it into a vlog and let you guys know, how the training, the nutrition, and just overall how everything's been going. Okay, so
it's been going smooth sailing so far. No complaints.
Yeah, it's going good. Okay, so I'll talk a little bit about the nutrition part. So when we first started, it was quite an adjustment, and that's just the fact that we were reverse dieting for 2 years pretty much, okay? 2 years. That's a long time to be reverse dieting and adding in calories each week slowly, okay? It is extremely difficult if you guys haven't done it. I mean, it's even harder than dieting because there's really nothing to really look at as an end goal when you reverse diet as compared to, a dieting phase, because you usually have like a contest or you have like a photo shoot or you have a vacation or something like that that's really like motivating you and firing you up to work your ass off pretty much, okay? And with reverse dieting, you just add in calories slowly every single week, and eventually you're getting stronger, you're putting on a lot more muscle mass, and at the same time, if you're not careful, you're going to be putting on some excess fat too. So it's a very hard process, and if you haven't done it, I can't really describe other than that. I mean, it's really hard and it's slow and it takes a long time and there's ups and downs and it was tough. So going into this contest prep phase, it was just an adjustment just because our calories were pretty much cut in half for 5 days. We have 5 normal days, we have 2 refeed days, and those 5 normal days, our calories are pretty much cut in half, okay? And it's rough because we're not used to eating that small amount of food. So, our digestive tract wasn't used to it, and we were constantly hungry, and it was just a big adjustment. And the thing about the reverse dieting for 2 years was great because it built us a lot of metabolic capacity, a lot of caloric cushion, okay? So when we're dieting down now, we don't have to sit there and diet down to like 200 grams of carbs starting off. We're both like over 300 grams on our normal days, and our 2 refeed days, it's like close to 600 grams. So that's great, and that's what really paid off for the reverse dieting is the metabolic capacity and the cushioning.
So pretty much, yeah. So Chris said, I mean, it's just been a big adjustment as far as just coming off the reverse diet this first month. But, I mean, I think we both settled in pretty good. I mean, for myself, it took about 2 weeks. I was just rusty with just really being on point with everything. I just had to be a little more anal than normal, which is fine, but it takes a little bit of adjustment. And I think I've transitioned to that pretty well. And as far as our training, how that's going pretty well. We're still lifting really, really heavy. We're not trying to slack off on that as much as you may hear people say, oh, when you start dieting down, you can't lift heavy anymore. But that's pretty much bullshit. And I mean, we're still sticking to the strength training, heavy days, lower volume days. So pretty much what I'm doing currently is just more of a high volume hypertrophy training routine, and Chris is doing
same thing. It's like an advanced high volume hypertrophy routine as well.
Yeah, and the reason we're doing that, we're going to be doing that for the next probably 2 to 3 months. But the reason we're doing that is because we were both on a pretty rigorous routine for the last 20 to 24 weeks, and it's what you call a conjugate system protocol. So, I mean, it was very, very taxing, just on our joints, our muscles, everything you can think of. So, transitioning to this hypertrophy routine, which has more volume, it's it's a lot easier on the body. And hopefully in the next couple of months, it'll just pay off, and I'll feel more refreshed, and then I'll be ready to go, to hop on another more rigorous routine like I did before.
Yeah, and so Eric was on a conjugate routine. If you guys don't know what that is, it's pretty much maxing out a 1 rep max every single week, okay? And then you kind of like deload or something like that if you can't hit your max the 3rd or 4th week, but then you go back at it again 1 rep max on a lower body and upper body day. So it's really, really taxing, and it takes a lot of effort and energy. And for me, I was on, a daily undulating periodization protocol, and that was basically consisting of squatting, benching, and deadlifting 3 times a week, okay? And it was like a 4-week block, but it kind of dragged into, 6-7 week block. And yeah, I hit some PRs and it got me really, really strong on all 3 of those movements. But again, squat, bench, and deadlifting 3 times a week, it's rough. It's really rough on your body, just physically, like emotionally and psychologically. So, the routines we're on right now, it's really easy on the joints, but it's still hard. It's really hard, but it's high volume. But you're not going to see us doing any crazy, 1 rep max, 2 rep max these next 2 months, 2 to 3 months, I would say. So if you're wondering about that, okay?
Yeah. So overall, we're doing very well for the first month. Most importantly, we're staying healthy, as we always advocate to ourselves and our clients as well. But yeah, we're staying healthy, lifting heavy, on point with our nutrition, the macro counting, all that good stuff. So, with that said, thank you for tuning in to these videos. We really, really appreciate it, and we do take the time to film all these exercises, not only for educational purposes, but just to show people, just what we're actually doing in the trenches, So we thank you very much for tuning into these videos, and we'll keep you updated throughout the rest of our prep. And anything else?
That's about it. Stay tuned, folks. Week 16 coming up. Peace.